Hey, it's Jason from the Extra Pint Crokinole Club. Just wanted to share with everybody one of my favorite cocktails and how I make it. This cocktail is called an Old Fashioned. It's pretty popular in the club and amongst my friends and family. And I have a certain way of doing it. There's a lot of different ways to make it, but this is one of the ways that I make it. Okay, starting off on basically what you're going to need. You're going to need some bourbon, you're going to need an orange, some bitters, some Luxardo cherries, very important, a pint glass to stir and mix in, and a rocks glass to pour in, along with a bar spoon and a strainer. Okay, step number one, you want to get that empty pint glass, and we're going to grab some of those Luxardo cherries, very important. These aren't your ordinary maraschino cherry. They're a little bit darker, a little more richer, more like raspberry. And instead of sugar, usually you'd muddle sugar in with a regular old fashioned, but I'm using the sugar from the syrup from these Luxardo cherries. Very rich and very delicious. And then after that, you're going to get your bitters, and you're going to do a couple dashes in there. I like more bitters, but for this video, I didn't put that much in there. But it depends on what you like. Then after you add those two, you want to give it a decent stir just to, marry the two flavors. Some say that this isn't necessary. You can do it with inside the whiskey, but this is the way, again, I like to do it. It makes a nice little syrup there. It's got a little, I always call it cherry Coke-esque flavor to it. And then simply we're just going to add some nice bourbon, Buffalo Trace, one of my favorite bourbons. Very good bourbon to use in this drink, and it's a good way to get people that aren't really used to drinking bourbon. This cocktail will make them appreciate the flavors of the bourbon too. Then we stir those together. And by the way, usually they want you to put 2 ounces of bourbon in there. I tend to do a little bit more. I like 3 to 4 to 5 ounce pour of bourbon. Again, depending on what you like. So after that, you're going to take away the bourbon. You're going to prep your rocks glass. You want a nice big rock or a big ice cube in that rocks glass to pour on. Because now we're going to add our ice, and we're going to stir to gently dilute and cool down the bourbon. And this process is pretty important too, because what it's doing, it's gently diluting the strong flavor of the bourbon, which is good for people who aren't really used to drinking really basically straight alcohol. Now we're going to strain over that big rock/ice cube. Now this takes the drink to the next level. That orange that we were saving, we're going to take a thumb-sized peel off it, just the rind, squeeze the oils off that orange, and put a layer of oil on top of that drink, rimming the glass, then putting a twist on the orange. Huge amount of flavor. Then adding our Luxardo cherries at the end for garnish. And there it is, the Extra Pint Old Fashioned. Give it a try. Let me know how it is. Take care.